Hello students, welcome to Quest Academy. Today we shall be discussing the first lesson, The Fun They Had by Isaac Asimov from your Ncert Beehive book for grade 9th. Isaac Asimov was an American writer and professor of biochemistry at Boston University. He was known for his works of science fiction and popular science. He wrote hundreds of short stories, including the social science fiction. The Fun They Had is a science fiction story written by him that first appeared in a children's newspaper in 1951. This story is about two characters, Margie and Tommy. Margie is 11 years old and Tommy is 13. The story is set in the future in the year 2157. On the page dated May 17, 2157, Margie writes about an amazing discovery. Today Tommy found a real book. The book was extremely old as its pages were yellow and crumbled and crushed. Margie and Tommy found it funny to read the words which stood still. They were feeling strange because in their times real books do not exist. They only have e-books and virtual books. Margie was reminded of her grandfather who had once told her about his grandfather who actually went to school. This was a strange experience for both of them. They had never seen a printed book before. They had e-books, the text of which keeps on changing. Tommy disliked the printed book. He said that it was a waste because he felt that whenever you finish reading a book, you have to throw it away. On the contrary, he felt that a computer screen is good as it shows many books on the screen. He did not throw it away, the screen, once he had read a particular story. Margie agreed with Tommy and asked him where did he find the book. Tommy replied that he had found the book in the attic. Tommy was so busy reading the book that he did not remove his eyes from the book. As Tommy was reading, Margie asked him what was the book about. Tommy replied that the book was about school, about going to school, and about school life. As Margie hated school, she was surprised that a whole book can be written about school. Now, why does Margie hate school? Let's see. Margie's school was a virtual classroom. It was not a real school like we have today. She had a mechanical teacher, that is, a machine that taught her. Margie hated her mechanical teacher as it was huge, black in color with a big screen. The lessons appeared on the screen and it asked her difficult questions. She also hated her teacher as it was giving her a lot of geography tests which were very difficult and Margie was performing very bad. So at last her mother called a county inspector to check the machine. The county inspector was a round little man with a red face carrying a big box full of tools with dials and wires. Margie wished that the county inspector would be unable to repair the machine as she did not like it. But he was an expert and repaired it within an hour. Margie had to submit her homework and the test papers. She had to write her homework and test papers in a particular punch code, that is, a computer language which she had learned when she was just 6 years old. The machine checked the papers and calculated the marks in a few seconds. The county inspector told Margie's mother that Margie was getting bad marks in geography because the machine was not working properly. It was set at a higher level, and now he has set it to the pace of a learner of 10 years of age. He patted Margie's head and told her that she was learning at a good pace. This was the reason why Margie did not like her school. As Tommy was reading the book, Margie looked over his shoulder trying to read the book and said, "Perhaps they had a teacher." Tommy said yes, they had a teacher which wasn't a machine. It was a man, a human being who taught them. Margie was surprised to hear that a man was a teacher. Margie told Tommy that a man is not as smart as a machine. Tommy did not agree with Margie's opinion. He told her not to underestimate a human being. He said that a man is as knowledgeable as a machine. He also added that his father knew as much as his machine teacher. Now Margie did not want to discuss this any further and said that she did not want a stranger to come to her house and teach her. Tommy found this very funny and informed her that the teacher didn't come to the students' house. In fact, they had a separate building for school and all the students went there to study. She was astonished to hear this. At this point of time, Margie was called by her mother, as it was time for her to go to school. Her school was a room next to her bedroom. Tommy felt great because now Margie was interested in reading the book. But since it was her school time, he placed the book under his arm and left for home. Reached her school and sat in front of the machine, and the machine turned on. In today's class, she was going to learn arithmetic, and the topic was addition of proper fractions. The mechanical teacher instructed her to insert the homework in the slot. Margie studied all the days except on Sundays and Saturdays. Margie's mother was particular about her studies and told Margie that she would learn better if she studied every day at the same time. Though Margie is sitting in front of the machine, she is thinking about the story her grandfather told her that his grandfather used to go to a school when he was a little boy. She feels that school is so much fun. Children go to school together, study together, they get the same homework. They take the help of their friends if they are unable to do it. She feels very curious and wants to go to a real school. As Margie has inserted her homework, the machine has started with the lesson. There was no pause, no time for fun, no time for chatting with friends. As the story ends, Margie is thinking about the children in the past who went to real schools and the fun they had in the school. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful to you.